Agent 10, whose seal was lifted, was once known by the name Han Shanu. He had been a humble chef in a small eatery within the grand city of Seoul, in the land of career. Thus the master once said, "The way I play him is most fitting for a meal before battle. It is not that I err in my ways. Rather, I merely restore the very essence of this hero's true nature." By the way, among all the agents, Jie Feng stands as the second shortest in stature. The first is the one called Neon. This truth may be discerned from the height comparison scroll issued by the official chronicle on Twitter. But to speak plainly, that cunning one, Ashen Zhao, whose feet scarce touch the ground, wouldst thou not agree? The temperament of Jie Feng is akin to that of Neon. Cold without, yet warm within. On the surface, he seemeth indifferent to others. At times, he even delights in mocking his comrades. Yet truth be told, he merely knoweth not how to show care. His gift in battle is the command of the wind. By it he moveth himself or soareth skyward. From other sources too we may come to learn. His might is not confined to this alone. In the chronicles of faithless virtue, we come upon the tale, how he once by mischance summoned forth a storm of great fury. It laid waste the humble in where he toiled, and in the legend of the deep sea relic, one may behold his statue standing solemnly. Nearby, a voice from the ether declareth, when faced with the great flood, he raised a mighty barrier of wind to shield the townsfolk. This deed, in truth, is shown clearly upon the illustration of his sacred card. Yet on the world of Alpha Earth, Jie Feng hath long borne a false accusation upon his back. It stemmeth from that which is known as the Venice Incident. In those days, the Jie Feng of Omega Earth did lay siege upon the city of Venice. Yet the people of that time knew not that an Omega Earth even existed. Thus that act of dreadful terror was unjustly laid upon the head of Alpha Jie Feng. Even when the Council of Five Covenants later learned of the Twin Earth's truth, by reason of secrecy's oath, in the eyes of common folk, Jie Feng remained a monstrous being of vile power. Moreover, ere the Venice calamity occurred, Jie Feng had already sworn himself to the Covenant. At this point, one might inquire, why then did the immortal Phoenix strike at him without a moment's hesitation? Before this event, were not the agents wholly unaware of the existence of a second Earth? The official forum hath given answer to this very doubt. For the agents of old had ever been sent forth upon separate missions, each playing his own part. Thus not every agent had looked upon the other's face. The immortal Phoenix, before that grievous day, knew not Jie Feng at all. After the Venice incident, Jie Feng was shunned by kin and friend alike. This cold estrangement forged in him a hardened shell, though within he remained tender and forlorn. Let all who pity him strike a mark in the comments. Next we speak of certain tales of Jie Feng's demise. It is known that the Omega Jie Feng, together with Kuiji of the Rainforest and Alpha Yelu, once waged fierce battle upon the polar ice isles. In the end, the three of Omega perished, yet in time the officials did confess. They were restored to life by Omega's Sky and the Sage. Another prevailing theory of his death must be pondered with this sacred card. Upon it is drawn the image of Ko, fighting shoulder to shoulder with the one called Purgatory. Yet Purgatory appeareth aged and weary. Hence many deem this to be a scene from the age of the Resonance War, and the kunai lying upon the ground in the card's 4 symbolizeth Jie Feng's fall upon the battlefield. Now let us turn to his relations within the order. Jie Feng was known to share a fair camaraderie with the courtesan of the agents, the Phoenix. Oft would they jest and mock each other in good spirit about their looks and manners alike. Between Jie Feng, Neon, and Raze too, the bond was strong. Their styles of combat were much akin. Thus, they were rivals as much as allies. Jie Feng greatly despised those who would use coercion for selfish gain. Lastly, we come upon a few smaller details. Jie Feng's nationality hath changed twice. As for his voice actor, it was once revealed in live broadcast that the man is of Korean birth, yet a citizen of England. Soon after, it was declared upon the scrolls of Twitter that the director had altered his lineage to be that of a Korean American. Yet in the end, the mighty house of Riot themselves proclaimed Jie Feng is, without question, a son of Korea through and through. In an early registry of records, his name was once written as Kyongshi. Jie Feng likewise possesseth a playlist of songs, -1 in number. Among them are melodies of Malachi, the Blind Monkey, and the Bard Janny.